Hi, welcome to Yoga Lady. So for this practice we're going to start lying down. So you come to lying down on your mat. Oh, and before you lie down, if you take some kind of belt, as a yoga strap or a scarf or something, a dressing gown belt, something that you can use, and just have that next to you. So we're going to come to lying down on our backs on the mat, coming into Shavasana. Just let your feet fall out to the sides of the mat. Let your palms face up to the sky. Let the back of your neck be nice and long. And then take a moment to scan through your body. So just feeling the backs of the heels and the calves and the thighs and the buttocks and the shoulders, the elbows, the backs of the hands and the back of the head, all connecting down to the ground. And then bringing your awareness to the front side of your body, softening across the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, the throat, the chest, the belly, and the front thighs. And now bringing your awareness to your breath, noticing the flow of your breath, inhaling through the nose, and then exhaling completely through the mouth. So we're just going to work with a counted breath here. We're going to inhale to the count of 3. And then exhale through the mouth to the count of 6. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling through the nose, 2, 3. Exhaling through the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do that a few more times. Take a few more rounds of this breath. Inhaling nose and exhaling mouth. And after a while you might notice that you start to feel more relaxed. The heartbeat starts to slow down. Good. And then from here, let's let go of that practice, that breathing practice, and then breathe all the way down into your fingertips and your toes and start to wiggle out your fingers and wiggle out your toes. And then stretch out your arms and stretch out your legs. Oh, hello, Pablo. It's my dog. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Excuse me, Pablo. Hug your knees in and then extend the arms and the legs up towards the ceiling. And then just circle through the ankles and circle through the wrists. So you're circling one way and then the other way. And then shaking out your arms and shaking out your legs. And then bringing the soles of the feet flat down onto the ground with the knees bent. So now we're going to hug the right knee in and bring the hands around the shin. You can keep the left leg bent or you can extend that left leg away. And then we're going to take the belt around the ball of the right foot and extend the right leg up and really reach up into the heel. Have a sense of drawing the right femur bone into the socket. The leg doesn't have to be straight, so you might have that leg bent if your hamstrings are tight. And you're pushing your foot into the belt and then drawing the belt down with the arms, and the shoulders are relaxing down to the ground. Good, and then just bringing your awareness to your breath. Maybe even imagine that you're directing your breath into the back of the leg, into that space behind the knee or wherever you feel any sensation. Good, and then we're going to take both sides of the belt into the right hand and bring the left hand to the top of the left thigh and then draw that right leg over to the right, but keep your left buttock on the ground, and you might even turn to look out over the left shoulder. Stay with your breath. Keep it calm and steady. And then inhale that right leg back through to center. Stretch it out a little bit more. And then bend the knee, move the belt, bring your hands around the shin, hug that right knee in towards you. And then take your left hand to the outside of your right knee, excuse me, Pablo, and draw your right knee over to the left. Soften the right shoulder down to the ground and turn to look out over the right arm. Good, and then inhale back through to centre. Good, and if you just bring the sole of your right foot flat down onto the ground and then hug in your left knee, excuse me, Pablo, and take your hands around the shin, hug that left knee in towards you. And then take the belt around the ball of your left foot and extend your left leg up. Really reach up into the heel. You can keep the sole of your right foot flat down on the ground, or you can slide that right leg away, and you're drawing that left leg in towards you, gently opening up the space behind the knee, stretching out your calf muscles and your hamstrings, but keeping the pelvis level and on the ground. And then take both sides of your belt into your left hand and bring your right hand to the top of the right thigh. Hold the right buttock down to the ground as you draw your left leg over to the left and then turn to look to the right. Good. So think about lengthening that left inner thigh. And then inhale the left leg up, stretch it out a little bit more. Bend the knee, place the belt to one side. Hug your left knee in, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, and then draw the left knee over to the right and soften the left shoulder down. Good, and then inhale back through to center. Thank you, Pablo. I don't need a kiss right now. And then we're going to make our way up to sitting. So you could either rock and roll along your spine to come up, or you can roll onto one side and come up. And you might like to have a cushion handy to sit onto. Snuggle your sit bones down to the ground, lengthen up to the crown of the head. If you look between the legs, there should be a kind of like triangular shape there. So you're sliding the heels towards the knees and toes face forward. And then you're lengthening all the way up to the crown of the head. Softening the shoulders down away from the ears. You might close your eyes, scan through the body, check that you feel balanced through both sides. And then bring your hands together. Inhale to the heart space. Exhale completely. Inhale to the space around the heart and the back of the heart. And exhale completely. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, take your elbows wide, spread fingers and glide the shoulder blades down the back so that you're really broadening across the collarbones and the chest. Bring the hands back together, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, reaching wide and down. Good, bring the hands back together, inhaling up and exhaling wide and down. And then bring the hands together and interlace the fingers, push the hands away, pressing fingers into the backs of the hands and kind of drawing the arm bones into their sockets, and then reaching the arms up and drawing the chest away from the pelvis so you're really lengthening up out of the waist. Still pressing fingers into the backs of the hands. And then bring your hands to the back of your head and rest the back of your head into your hands and lift your heart. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest and bring the elbows forward. Inhale the elbows wide, lifting the heart. Exhale, elbows forward, chin to chest. Inhale the elbows wide, lift the heart. Exhale, chin to chest, elbows forward. And then inhale back through to center. Release the hands and let's just take the arms wide out to the side and circle through the wrists. So this is really nice, especially if you spend a lot of time on your computer, laptop or your device. The fingers and the hands and the wrists can get quite tense. Let's bring that movement into the elbow joints. Just freeing up energy there. And then bring the hands onto the shoulders, thumbs back, fingers forward and circle the shoulders. Inhaling elbows forward and up, exhaling back and down. Inhaling forwards and up, exhale back and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale forwards and up, exhale back and down. And then drop your hands down to the ground and just start to walk your right hand away as you reach up with the left arm. But keep both sit bones grounding down evenly to the earth. So you're really lengthening and opening that left side of the body and finding more space between the ribs and breathing into that space. And then coming back through to center and bringing your left hands down and reaching up with the right arm. Breathing deep into the right lung. Good, and then inhale back through to center. Let's take the hands to either side. Pablo's not going to like this. Slide your legs forward. He's just got so comfy between my legs. And then take your feet a little bit wider. So you've got like a kind of cone shape there, like 90 degrees. You don't have to have your legs too wide. And as I said before, you might prefer to sit onto a cushion, have a little bit of height here. Good, so your sit bones are grounding down. And then we're going to bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, And then start to circle. So try to keep the spine nice and long. So it's like you're circling around your sit bones and around the belly and the navel and the heart and the throat and the head, all the way up to the crown of the head. Just be aware of that lovely line of energy that runs through the midline of the body. And then change direction, circling the other way. Try to keep the feet active, so the toes and the knees face up. Good. And then winding your way back through to centre, and let's just bring the hands down onto the ground. Again, keep the feet active. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and then as you exhale, just gently pad your fingertips forward and come into a gentle forward fold. So you can drop the chin to the chest a little bit if you like. Try and keep the heart space open, the collarbones broad, and it doesn't matter how deep you come into the pose. You could just be here, dropping chin to chest, or you could walk your hands forward and fold in a little bit more. Just doing whatever feels comfortable in your body. Noticing the sensations, noticing the feelings that may arise. Good, and then gently walking your hands in towards you, bringing your hands under your knees, lifting up your legs, bringing the soles of your feet together, and then taking the hands around the feet and getting your thumbs into the soles of the feet and just giving your toes a little bit of a massage, and the balls of the feet a little bit of a massage, and the arches of the feet and the heels, and then bringing your hands to your shins and getting your thumbs into the calf muscles, just waking up your legs and stimulating the nerve endings there. Good. And then from here we're going to cross the legs, excuse me Pablo, come onto your hands and your knees, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Have the heels of the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, and then start to circle, shoulders around wrists and hips around knees. Nice fluid movements. Moving in time with your breath. Good, and then going the other way. So let the breath guide the movements. Pablo, I don't really want to play right now. Good, and then come back through to centre. Breathing in, lifting your heart, lifting your tailbone, looking forwards. And then as you breathe out, draw the navel back, drop the chin to the chest and arch back. Inhale as you lift the heart, looking forwards. Exhale, arch back. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, and then come back through to centre and just sink your bum down onto your heels. If you tuck your toes under, sit down onto the heels and then bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, push the hands away and then reach the arms up. If that feels like your toes are about to snap off, don't worry, they won't actually snap off, but you might just want to come onto the front of your feet. Try to root the sacrum down and draw the navel back. Good. And then release the arms, bring the hands down and come onto the front of your feet, and then just walk your hands back and lift up the knees so that you can stretch out the front of the feet. Good, and then come back onto your shins. And then if you can take your yoga strap again, you might want to place your cushion onto your calves here, so that you kind of sit down onto your cushion. And then you're going to take your belt like this and inhale the belt up. The arms are straight. And then you might need to adjust the width of your belt here. We're going to bring the belt back behind, but with the arms straight, and bring the belt all the way down behind you. Good, and then inhale the belt up and exhaling it down. Good, moving in time with your breath. Inhaling up, exhale the belt down. Inhaling up, exhaling the belt down in front of you. Inhaling up, and then this time taking the belt to where you really feel the opening across the pecs and across the chest, and that nice stretch in the triceps, and holding it there and just breathing. Draw the navel back, root the sacrum down. Breathe into it. It might feel really lovely. It might feel like just what you need. Good, and then inhale the belt up and lower it down. Place it to one side. There, Pablo, you can play with that now. And then come back onto your hands, back onto your knees, and shake out your feet. Give them a nice shake out. And then from here, let's tuck the toes and lift up the hips and come into a down dog pose. So you might like to walk out your dog here. If you start right up on the balls of your feet with your knees bent, and then start to draw one heel down at a time. So you're walking out your dog and the sit bones are lifting high and you're pressing down into the roots of your fingers, especially the thumb and the index finger. You're rolling the tops of the arms out and the forearms in, and then softening the chest in towards the thighs. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Let the breath flow smooth and steady. Good. And then from down dog, let's raise up the right leg, reach right up into the heel. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, and then step the right foot forward and come onto your left knee. Inhale, rising up. Thumbs back, palms in. Really grounding down. Keep the right knee exactly over the right heel, and then take your right hand to your left wrist. Draw that left arm up, and then over to the right. Good. Inhale back through to centre, and then take your arms wide out to the side. Bring your left arm over your right arm. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. Give yourself a little hug here. And then turn the arms, either bring the backs of the hands together or the palms together, and then lift up the elbows and draw them away from the body. And soften the shoulders down. And then see if you can direct your breath into the space at the back of the heart. Stay really grounded through your left shin and through the mound of your right big toe. Good, and then release the arms, bring the hands down, frame your right foot, tuck your back toes, raise up your right leg, reach right up into the heel, place the right foot down, inhale the left leg up, exhale left knee to chest, left foot steps forward, come onto your right knee, sweep the arms up, thumbs back, palms in, and then bring your left hand to your right wrist, draw the right arm up, over to the left. So you'll feel a nice stretch all the way up that right side of the body. Breathe into it. And then come back through to centre and take the arms wide again. Reach right into your fingertips. Bring your right arm over your left arm, hands on the shoulders. Bring the backs of the hands or the palms together. Lift the elbows, soften the shoulders down. Breathing into the space at the back of the heart. Good, and then release the arms. Bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes, raise up the left leg, reach right up into the heel, and then place the left foot down. Good, so having your feet about hip width apart in down dog, walk your hands in towards your feet and bend your knees if you need to. So if you've got any lower back issues, anything like that, bend your knees and then just let the weight of your body cascade down over the legs. So you're in a nice forward fold, and you might swing from side to side or shake out any tension from your head and your neck and your shoulders and your arms and your upper back. You might even have a sigh out through your mouth. And then press down into your feet and slowly come all the way up to standing so that you arrive on your feet in Tadasana, the mountain pose. Come to the front of your mat. Have your feet about hip width apart, or you can have your toes together. And then bring the hands to the heart. Inhale through the nose. Exhale mouth. Inhaling nose. Exhale nose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the earth. Feel the breath in the back of the throat, soft oceanic sound of breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, fold yourself in half. Inhale, the hands on the shins, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands down to the ground. Step your right foot and your left foot back so that you're in a plank pose. And then see if you can feel a line of energy from the crown of your head all the way to the space between the heels. You're lifting up that space at the back of the heart. You're lifting front thighs to back thighs. and drawing the navel up. And then you're going to come down onto your knees and lower all the way down onto your belly. Slide the arms forward so the elbows are under the shoulders, forearms are parallel. You're pressing down into all of your toe knuckles and then lifting the heart forward and up through the gateway of the arms. And you could either stay here or you could turn your fingertips out, press into your hands, lift the elbows, come up a little bit more if that feels good. So you're lengthening from the tips of the toes all the way up to the crown of the head, and then lower all the way down onto your belly and bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up the hips, spread the fingers nice and wide, let go of your head. Bring your awareness back to your breath as you breathe in. Feel how the chest widens and expands. And as you breathe out, the navel draws in towards the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhalation, bend your knees, look between the hands. Step the right foot and the left foot forward. Bring the hands on the shins. Lift up chest. Exhale, fold in. Press down into the feet, sweep the arms up, and then bring the hands back to the heart. Close your eyes, scan through your body, feel your feet on the ground, the crown of the head reaching up, and just take a moment to observe sensation, breath, heartbeat, anything else that you notice. Good. Let's come through again. So the hands at the heart. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, pour it down. Inhale the hands on the shins. Lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the hands. Step right foot, left foot back. Plank pose. Oh, my head's not in the picture there. And then come down onto your knees. Lower all the way down onto your belly. And this time bring the hands under the shoulders, hug your elbows in, have the fingertips lining up with the tops of the shoulders, and then pull the hands towards the feet energetically as you lift your heart and chest forward and up. And then exhale, lower down. So it's like a wave. Should we do that again? Inhaling up. You don't have to lift a lot. You can just lift a little bit. You want to feel the lower back muscles working. And then let's take the hands out to the sides. Press down into the tips of your fingers and then inhale, coming up and exhaling down. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, don't get comfortable there, Pablo. Tuck the toes, lift up the hips, spread your fingers nice and wide. So in down dog pose, you want to feel like you've got 4 feet and they're all connecting down to the ground evenly. Now we're going to raise up the right leg, reach into the heel. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. Look between your hands, step your right foot forward. Stay on the ball of your left foot, with the right knee stacked over the right heel, and then rise up. So we're coming into a high lunge. Good, you can bring your hands together, maybe bend the elbows a little bit and really reach into that back heel. Good, breathing in. As you breathe out, bring your arms out in front of you. And then we're going to sweep the right arm over to the right. So just following your hand with your gaze. And then bring that right arm forward and then sweep the left arm over to the left. Bring that left arm forward. Let's do that one more time. So I'm going to sweep the right arm over to the right. Bring it forward. And then bring the left arm over to the left. Bring it forward again. And then reach both arms up. And then exhale and pour it down. Frame your right foot. Step back into plank. Lower down onto knees. Lower all the way down onto the ground. And then this time we're going to take the arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. And on your inhalation, keep your legs pressing down and then lift up your trunk and your arms and reach the fingertips towards the heels. Just take a couple of breaths here. And then exhale, release. And you might like to rock your hips from side to side just to free up the lower back. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide, let go of the head. Raise up your left leg. I'm going to turn this way. Bring the left knee to the chest. Step the left foot forward. Establish a nice solid foundation through your feet and then rise up from that foundation. Good, and then you can bring your palms together, bend the elbows a little bit and really reach into that back heel. Breathing in. As you breathe out, reach more into the back heel. Good, and then take the arms out in front of you. And sweep your left arm over to the left. You can follow the hand with your gaze if you've got the balance. Bring that left arm forward. Take the right arm over to the right. Bring the right arm forward. Left arm over to the left. Bring it forward. Right arm over to the right. Bring it forward. Both arms reaching up. Exhale, flowing down. Step your right foot forward, lift the chest. Exhale, fold in. Press down into the feet. Sweep the arms up, all the way up. Lift your heart, and then bring the hands back to the heart. Close your eyes, scan through your body, observe, noticing breath, sensation, heartbeat. Feeling your feet on the ground. Good. So now we're going to bring the feet together, big toes touching, heels slightly apart. And then bend the knees and just stroke the mat with your fingertips. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, pour it down. Inhale the hands on the shins, lift the chest. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step right foot and left foot back, plank pose. Come to knees, lower all the way down to the ground. Take your arms out to the sides, elbows in line with the shoulders, forearms parallel. Keep the legs pressing down, and then as you inhale, draw the shoulder blades and the elbows in towards each other. So again, you feel your lower back muscles contracting here. Breathing in, lifting a little bit more, and then as you breathe out, release. Catch hold of your elbows, rest your forehead onto the top arm, and then as you inhale, just lift up the legs and point the toes back. And then exhale and release. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tucking toes, lifting up hips, spreading fingers nice and wide. Cup your left heel in, step your right foot forward, and then rise up like a warrior, warrior one. You're drawing the right hip back, left one forward, and then we're going to take the arms wide out to the side, and bring your left arm over your right arm. Bring your hands onto your shoulders and then turn the arms, backs of the hands or palms together, eagle arms. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, option to fold forward, humbling your warrior. So your right shoulder moves towards the inside of your right knee. Good, taking a couple of breaths here, and then inhaling, coming up, opening up through your arms and turning to your left, reaching right into your fingertips. Really lengthening that right inner thigh and then turning right palm up and reaching up and bringing left hands down the back of the left leg. Come back through to center and then bend at the elbows and bring right elbow onto the right thigh and then reach up and over with the left arm, turning the chest. Beautiful. Feel that lovely line of energy from your left little finger to your left little toe. Inhale, coming up, warrior two. Exhale, both hands come down, framing right foot. Step back to plank. Come to knees. Lower all the way to the ground. And then this time we're taking the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. And on the inhalation, we're lifting everything. So everything that you can lift off the ground, lift it. Stay with your breath. Good, and then when you're ready to release, rock your hips from side to side, free up the lower back. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up the hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide, let go of your head. Look towards your feet. Cup the right heel in, step the left foot forward, and then rise up, warrior one. Okay, take the arms wide. Bring the right arm over the left arm, hands on the shoulders. Twizzle up the arms, eagle arms, backs of the hands or palms together. Inhale. And then as you exhale, fold it forward. Left shoulder to the inside of left knee. Good, inhaling, coming up. Opening up through the arms, warrior two. Turning left palm up, reaching up, right hand moves down the back of right leg. Dancing warrior. Then back into warrior two, bend at the elbows. Left elbow, left thigh, reaching up with the right arm. Turning chest. Side angle pose. Inhaling back through to warrior two. Bring both hands down, framing left foot. Step right foot forward, lifting chest. Exhale, fold in. Bring the big toes together, bend your knees, sit back down into that imaginary chair for Utkatasana. Squeeze the thighs in, pull the sit bones together. Press down into your feet, straighten up the legs, circle the arms, bring the hands to the heart. That was the end of the first part, so the next part is coming up soon.